Well, how y'all are this afternoon? This is your buddy George Jones over at the Bergen Gun Range with my next installment on hey, I got a new gun, and I got a Mel Bernstein hat too. You know, you wonder about that Dragon Man. Yeah, I haven't seen the guy in years, but I've got one of his hats. Used to see him at Knob Creek all the time. Stop and talk to him, and he would buy gun parts and stuff, you know, for his gun assembly business. And it was cool. I go out and pick parts with him and stuff like that. It was all right. Wait a minute, let's get on with it here. What gun did I get? Well, it seems that I have an addiction. I need to check into the Betty Ford Clinic for carbine-aholicy. So I went and bought a brand new 30 caliber carbine. It's not Auto-orddanece. So you see these guys around, and you know, guys get them because maybe they can't afford a GI carbine or whatever. So how close is it to being a GI carbine? How close is it to being a real carbine? Here's my deal. If it fires 30 caliber carbine ammunition, it's a real carbine. A Marlin Model 66 lever action and 30 caliber carbine is a real carbine. An AMT Automag 3 and 30 caliber carbine is a real carbine. This is not a replica. A replica is a thing that hangs on the gunroom wall that you can't take out and shoot live ammunition through. So, in comparison, this particular one has a good GI style front side assembly on it that's forged. It's held on with a roll pin and a Woodruff key. You know, so there's a Woodruff key under here and a slot in the barrel, just like a GI gun. It has a Type 1 band on the end of it, you know, which is stamped metal and got a screw on it. And if you look at these things, it's got a little funny looking tapered screw on there. That screw is actually made that way so you can take it loose with the rim of a 30 caliber carbine cartridge case. That's why that screw is made funny like that on the end. It's got a World War II style trigger group in it with a cross bolt safety. Okay. It's not marked with red or anything like that to indicate where safe and fire is, but I'll tell you how to tell. When it's pushed in on the side of the magazine catch release, or magazine release, that's fire. And when it's elevated on that side, that's safe. It has an M2 style op rod on it. It has a L sight, okay, which is flip sight up and down like an original World War II carbine would have. It has the lines of an original carbine. It has a steel butt plate on it, which is got a center screw in it. It's just like a World War II carbine, except the top cover is just a little different in the way it's made. It's got a little bit more wood on it, and the gutter's not as deep, and the wood's a little higher. And it has a small single rivet on each side, which a World War II carbine would have, you know, 2 rivet top cover, but it's made just a little different, okay? Trunnion is made up the same way. It looks pretty much like a brand new World War II carbine would look like. Now, let's talk about this thing for a minute. For you guys out there that would like to have a 30 caliber carbine, haven't bought one yet or so forth, there's some maintenance tips you need to think about. One of them is you need a castle nut wrench for a 30 caliber carbine. Because over time, shooting it and cleaning it and fooling with it and so forth, the castle nut on the gas piston arrangement down here will come loose. And when the castle nut for the gas piston comes loose, too much gas escapes from the piston arrangement and it'll hang up and quit working right. Another thing is those little grease pots that you get with the yellow lid. get those, or get some kind of grease like that, axle type grease, bearing grease. It's the brown grease, and grease your raceways, okay, inside and out. So grease goes in here, grease goes on the top of that raceway, grease goes on this raceway, and grease goes in here where your cam is, okay? So your cam needs to be greasy too. And they're designed to operate on grease, not on oil, okay? So you need greasing, guys. It's got a Korean style sling on it that came with it. If you like a carbine butt pouch for two magazines, if you want it to look that way, go to at the front. That's at the front, one word, period. You know, just type in at the front in your Google and it'll come up. Go on there and they make a exact replica, very high quality, American made in Columbia, Kentucky, carbine stock pouch that doesn't have a snap on the back of it that skins up your stock. And the loop on the back of it is just a little larger, so it fits on there nicely. You don't have to worry about it being up here, can't go back all the way back here, you know, and it's pretty cool. Magazines, if you can, buy USGI magazines still in the wrapper, and there's millions of them out there, and that's what you want to buy. This one is marked. They're all marked on the back. If they have a marking on the back that doesn't say Korea, you know it's a GI carbine. You know, on the spine back here, there's a marking. Okay, so I've talked about it now for a few minutes. Let's shoot it. Shoot it and see how it shootifies. Back your cam dammler up a little bit. Back it up a little bit. We're going to target up down there at 15 yards. We're going to shoot it like a I'm going to shoot about 6 rounds and see what kind of actual accuracy the L sight is giving us. So I can see the bullet impacts in the target from here, so we'll be able to work it out. And then I'll get up from here and go get me some ear mufflers. Dadgummit, you'd think. I've had this YouTube channel for almost 10 years and I still don't come to the range prepared. We are now. Okay, I've got some 1960s vintage Winchester Super X with the yellow X on the box. 30 caliber carbine, 110 grain full metal case. And we're going to see how 50-year-old carbine ammunition shoots. All right. We got it going here. Put us a 15-round magazine in there. Another thing, if you want to shoot 30-round magazines out of your Auto-ordanece, every one I've ever seen have got that little stud right there, which is an M2 magazine catch. So on a 30-round magazine, which is an M2 magazine for the full automatic version of the carbine, there's a little stub right there, okay? And that corresponds with that catch right there, which gives it a little bit more support when it's firing full auto and gives it a little bit more support when the weight of a 30-round magazine is fully loaded. So just something to think about. All right, let's put a 15 in there. Good hot 15 in there, nicely locked. Run one up in battery, we're in good shape. Get her off safetification. Aim her down range on the short range sight setting at 15 yards and see how it shoots. All right, let's put that guy on safe. Drop that magazine out of there. Clear it so we can go down range. There we go, got her nicely cleared. Oop, let's fall off the bench. You lock your bolt back, there's a little divot right there and a little plunger right there. You pull that guy back and that locks the bolt to the rear. All right, we'll walk down there and take a look at it and see if I actually hit the backstop or the side of the barn, or the cow that jumped over the moon, or Mrs. O'Leary's cow, or okay. Not bad.
There's 3 right here.
Yeah, there's 3 right there.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's up on line pretty good. Let's try the long range sight. See how it shoots. A little low at 15 yards on the short range. There's not much adjustment on the L sight arrangement. Just drift for windage, that's about all there is. The front sight doesn't adjust at all. A lot of people put what's referred to as a type 3 sight on these guys. And that way you've got quite a bit more adjustment for elevation and windage. All right, let's get our magazine back. Put our cartridge back in it. Get some mufflers back on. Bring it up to long range position, which that aperture sticks up a little farther. Rock some magazine in there. Actually go straight in. Pull her back, let her go. Make sure it's in battery. How can you tell if it's out of battery? This locking plug on the bolt is not flush with the top of the receiver right there in the locking cut. And if it's not flush with that right there, that gun's not in battery. All right, let's try it again. Get her off safe. Put her over on the Iwo Jima setting, and try her again, same point of aim. All right, get her out, unload, get her on safe, guy out there, lock her back, show safe and clear, reload the magazine with the 1 round, go down there and take another look at it. This is how I get my cardio, walking up and down this range all the time. Oh, much.
That's because you ain't got your trajectory yet.
Yeah.
It's still flat. 6 rounds, 1-inch group.
1-inch group, 6 rounds, just slightly off the bull. That's not
If you
bad.
didn't have them 2, it'd be 3/4-inch group.
All right. Now let's have some fun. We'll mortify the camera a little bit, and we'll sit up on some 25-yard steel targets and see how it just shoots for general marksmanship. Bear with us. If I had a director, he'd come out there with a board and go snap, snap, but we can't do that, so I'll just... All right, here we go. Oh. Here we go. 25-yard, multiple size steel targets on the long range setting. 10-inch steel. 8-inch steel. Human silhouette. 10-inch steel. Out of ammunition. Let's put some ammo in it. These will be my funky reloads. Hello? Not much.
Hold on a minute, hold on a minute. I'm going to take my earplugs out. I know they're keeping that. Okay. You're supposed to do what? Yeah. Well, it's already been ran. There's a space on the lower left. What you're talking about? Yeah, I haven't finished it yet. I'm going to have to build a wall. I'm building one room for a musician, and I have to build another.
Well, that wasn't too shabby. I don't know if I had a good camera angle or not, but oh Lord, it will sit down here and all my stuff's over there. Put this over here, put that over there, try and get organized. You've been watching this channel any amount of time, you know it's fairly disorganized. Well, that's about the size of it for the old universal carbine. It puts a lot of these guns over the years get to where they just absolutely destroy cartridge cases. I mean, I've seen carbine variants that, and GI carbines that were so old that they just wouldn't cut the mustard. This carbine is very gentle on brass. This is a good pristine cartridge for reloading purposes. So, you know, I've got one carbine that you shoot rounds through it and then you just, they ain't worth nothing. Well, all right then. Like I take, share, pie, commentate, and subscribe. Leave me a $1 in the Patreon box if you want to, and if you don't, I'll keep right on making content for you at some place where there's not a bunch of people talking in the background. All right then. God bless America, and God bless each and every one of us. Bye now.